Right, it'll probably be all wrong. Oh, see, I had it all right, and that's good. Oh, are we back?
We're back.
Yeah, I've got 23 minutes on this one because I removed all my classical music because I'm a bit of a music snob these days.
You can upload them in 2 different parts, or they all.
I'll upload them. No, I'll stick them in 2 different parts. It'll be like part 1, part 2.
That's how you get the views.
Is that how you get the views?
I don't know.
I try to get views. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand because like you do this thing for years, and then like these whippersnappers, these upstarts. They come along and they start taking all the views. Have you seen Fifth's videos?
Who?
Fifth. African-American dude. He does these interviews. He's basically the continuation of JW Struggle.
Oh, right? Really?
Nice guy. Talk to him. He gets a bazillion views. He's like rivaling John Cedars for views these days.
I actually sabotage my own channel on purpose.
Do you?
For laughs, yeah.
I've been trying to do that recently.
I saw that. I saw you posted some non-JW videos and your subs just been...
Like, yeah, 600 views. Whoa, how you like that, Neil?
I told you that would happen.
You did tell me that would happen. But the thing is, right, I appreciate you're all ex-Jehovah's Witnesses watching this, by and large, right? But isn't there more important stuff than Jehovah's Witness stuff?
No.
You know, it's like if we really want to deprogram ourselves, there are other things to learn, not just complain about our past. I'm fine with complaining about our past. It's terrible. We all share it. But, you know, there's ways you can get past it a little bit.
There's nothing more interesting than Stephen Lett. You're just going to have to accept it.
Stephen Shortbus Lett. And his Tony Tight Pants. You know? I'm sorry. I sit with my kids, right? And we discuss things at dinner. Don't we, Linda? Linda, say yes, Linda. Say yes, Neil.
Yes, Neil.
You said yes, Neil. You heard it.
You're going to have to boost the audio on her.
You heard it. Yeah, so we talk about things. We talk about like philosophy and we talk about science. You know, and that seems to be more important. But yes, I still talk about XJW stuff because I am fucked up by them.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, and you know, getting back to kind of the London protest.
Please do, I segued.
When these people are coming up to me, because like I've just been kind of playing around, like making videos, whatever. It's basically been like my muse, just getting out my frustrations and stuff for the most part.
Yeah, me too.
But people are coming up to me, strangers in another country, telling me how much they appreciate my videos. And that's kind of tough for me because it almost makes me feel like I have a responsibility to stop fucking around.
I agree with you.
But at the same
time... I felt it in work.
But at the same time, I don't want to be the person who's making videos just for the sake of making JW videos.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I've thought about this myself, which is, pardon me, why I tried to start doing different things, because it was like, there's stuff that's more important in my life, you know, at the moment, raising my kids and trying to teach them, and teach myself, how to be a good person.
Life lessons. And,
yeah, that's really important to me right now. And, you know, that's stuff that really matters to me. And I want to be authentic. I don't want to be this guy who just like, oh, let's make a video about the latest JW video. You know, that's great. Well, just watch a reaction video. That's basically all you're doing. That's fine if you want to do that. You know, and maybe you need deprogrammed still and get rid of the whole nonsense from your head.
Well, I think the bottom line is we're real people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it would be easy to become a robot and just crank out content for the views and the subscribers and for the money. But I don't know. I feel like both of you and I both kind of feel like that takes a little bit away from your soul when you do.
I think it does. And I think it makes you unauthentic. Yeah. Because when I was starting this, right, I started off and I was still pretty, not religious, but I still tried to be very super polite when I made videos. And then I got more relaxed doing videos and being behind this little camera and putting them on YouTube. And I started to swear a bit. And then I lost a lot of subscribers who were still religious because they felt that was terrible.
Not supposed to swear, Neil.
Yeah, I get that. And I felt for them and I understood their argument. But at the same time, that's kind of me. And I don't think it makes me a terrible person. I still try to be a decent person. Although some people, including one person today on Facebook who called me a shithead. I don't know why. I'm a shithead. But anyway.
This video is supposed to be assholes. It's supposed to be about assholes.
We did talk about assholes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should go to the extent of saying assholes. I think there are people in the XJW community who are a bit difficult.
That's an understatement. Oh, Linda just rolled her eyes.
Okay. And I think, right, in his finest moments, I think that we should channel a bit of Joel from the VAH, right? In his finest moments when Joel talked about, I thought it was a bit girly for such a huge guy, but he talked about puppy dog love. Right? Remember in this couple of his videos he said that?
I was always drunk in the best past 8 hours.
So. He talked about that, right? And it was about how we treat each other, right? And I think if you're annoyed at someone's... You want a beer?
Yes, please.
Let's get you a beer.
Sorry, I didn't mean to detract you right in the middle of a beer.
No, if you're annoyed at a person's... It's alright. If you're annoyed at a person's behaviour, right? At an event, and there's people who've been annoyed at my behaviour at an event because, I had to be necessarily bossy. And that's... Fair enough, you're entitled to that opinion. I certainly didn't want to be. I didn't want even the role because I tried to skillfully duck out of it. but if you feel that someone has behaved badly to you, if you feel that you've been treated badly, it is always wise to view it as stupidity or just simple error rather than malicious intent. Right? Because why wouldn't you? Why would you always assume the worst instantly? Why not just say, you know what, that didn't work out. Didn't get on with that person. Move on. Life's long. Forget about it.
Have you noticed that there are several people in the community now who have made it a crusade and almost a career to whine about some of us who maybe are a little bit more well known in the YouTube game? It's almost... I really can't describe it very well.
Over here they call it the tall poppy syndrome.
Tall poppy?
Tall poppy syndrome.
Explain that.
If you're the tall poppy, you're the one who gets all the attention. Right? And that's for good or ill. Right? So, and I'm just saying, I am a very self-critical person. I'm sure you are too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think well of myself, right? I have mental health problems, like everyone has mental health problems. So I am not the person to be the big I am and pretend I'm brilliant. But the tall poppy syndrome simply means that you're going to get all the attention and some of it will be great, some of it will be terrible. And you know yourself, you feel some of the great is... It's wonderful, when you go to an event or somebody contacts you because Parker's written a book and I've written a book, and when someone contacts you from far away and says that book meant something to me, you're feeling great because that book was an extension of you. Or you're at an event and everyone else is there and they're sort of wandering around introducing each other, but everyone else is coming up to you and going, I know you.
Yeah. I
love your video, or I love this you said, or I remember. That's a big, nice thing. But the inverse of that is that the tall poppy syndrome is that there's also people who go, oh, look at him. He thinks he's great. Well, no, I don't. I think I'm terrible. And I struggle with it daily. I know everybody. I don't know anybody who thinks that. But those people, they see that and they think, oh, look at him shaking hands, thinking he's brilliant.
And it's so hilarious to me. A lot of these people who are constantly naysaying and criticizing us, they act like we're running for president or something. Like they're holding us to this standard. If I snub someone at an event because of something they've done to personally make me uncomfortable with them, I'm like this terrible person because I didn't kiss their baby's head like the next president for America.
Did they bring a baby?
No, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I do get what you're saying.
I feel like I'm being scrutinized as this person who should always be perfect all the time. And basically, I have to love and embrace everyone. Well, that's bullshit because I'm a normal person. I just happen to have a YouTube channel that got a few views, and now all of a sudden, oh, let's talk about how Parker's a bully, so forth and so on.
Well, I think the difficult thing is that you have to do... You don't have to. I mean, you can choose to do whatever you want, and lots of people don't. But what I've chosen to do is I've tried to be really... I try not to be... Whenever people come to me and say, I'm angry about this or I'm angry about that, I just try to go straight down the line, and I don't tell them my personal opinion of the situation, but I try to be as calm as possible, and as if almost like I'm talking, they're talking to a counsellor. I'm sorry you feel that way. That doesn't mean I don't have opinions. I might take their side. I might think they're right, but I don't say it. I might think they're wrong, but I'm not going to say it. Unless it's egregious. But this is the thing: is that people, there are people who, especially on YouTube, who stick out and who say like, oh, they're the worst in the world. And then you think, what are we getting for this? What's the payoff? For these terrible people, and the payoff is nothing. The payoff is nothing.
Trust me, me and Neil don't do this for money.
But segue regarding money. Everyone watching this, if you're still here at this point of the video, ridiculous huge thanks, because we put I put a PayPal campaign on to help Parker get home because unfortunately he missed his flight, and It was going to cost £1,300. Parker doesn't have £1,300. I don't have £1,300.
Just to get back to the US, it would cost at least At least £1,000.
So we didn't have that money, and so I spoke to PayPal. Now I'm going to tell you, with the PayPal money that came through, I'm going to make a further video about this, just saying thank you to everyone. I'm going to read out everybody. If you don't want me to, I won't. But I'm just going to mention everybody's. I'm going to say thank you so much, because with that money, you allowed us to get him home, or get him from London to here. You allowed him to get a flight home and to get home from the airport in New York. And I think the difference from that was about 50 quid, which is my donation, to just getting rid of this man. And we don't need these kind of long-haired hippies in my country.
I ate all his food and drank all his beers, so I'm a typical American.
I'm considering this
leech.
This is an investment for my country, right? We don't need these people. They came here, they left on the Golden Hind, or whatever the fucking boat was. What was the boat you left on? The Mayflower? The Mayweather?
Mayflower.
The Floyd Mayweather?
Not the Floyd Mayweather.
You left on the Mayweather. You went to America. You built these civilizations that disappeared overnight. There's the Indians, I don't know, ate a lot of you or something. And then you took over. And now you come back and drink my beer. Right?
You summed up American history.
That is American. That's American history.
In a nutshell.
That's how they teach it in high school. I'm sure of it. I know it for a fact.
But yeah, I do want to personally thank everyone who contributed. Like, I thought everyone hated me now, because I've been making really weird videos lately, and I assumed everyone had just turned on me and said, "Oh, he's just like this crazy drug fueled idiot or something." But
yeah,
I really appreciate it, and it really blew me away. And
I'm not sure what I'd love to know what percentage was like people going, "Oh, okay, Neil likes him." And what percentage was people saying we love Parker?
In the comments.
I'd love to know. In the comments, please tell me.
Everyone who donated to get me home, is it just because you like Neil, or is it because you genuinely think I'm a cool guy?
I think he's a cool guy. I do think he's a cool guy. I love him to bits. But, see what happens. I'd love to know. Because, my only concern is, like, at some point in the future, I could have made a begging video for me.
You've already ruined it.
Have you taken all my love?
I ruined it, yeah. Because,
Neil needs a boat, baby!
It's understood that you only get one begging video.
You only get one.
You only get one, and
I know people who beg more than once.
Well, hello there. Hello there.
Everything you want to know about begging in 5 minutes or less.
What do I get if I show you a little extra love?
What about extra leg? Did you say?
Love, extra love.
Extra love. Oh, extra.
I can show extra leg though.
I can show it. I got legs too. I can't get my leg up this far. I am not that stretchy. God damn it. I used to be more stretchy. I've never been that stretchy. That's not good. What are we moving on to? Let's move.
Oh, well, the only thing else left to talk about is...
What? Future protest?
Yes.
Future protest. What are you going to do? I'm going to be honest with my YouTube crowd who still watch me and don't think I'm an idiot. Everyone thinks I'm an idiot, even Linda. And I had planned that this event, the London protest, was going to be my big farewell. I had planned that was going to be pretty much the end of my apostatizing, because it is very emotionally difficult, and I know I'm not the only one in this boat, but people think, and I've said this before, but people think it's just you make this video, you drink a beer, you sit and chat with Parker, and that's cool, and it is. This is brilliant, but a lot of the rest of it is people contacting you saying they're just going to kill themselves, people being made homeless. People who are in really complex situations and you have to help deal with because now they've contacted you and you feel emotionally responsible.
Yeah, exactly. And what happens for me is that when these people are just anonymous strangers on the internet, it's a lot easier for me to kind of, I don't want to say ignore, but not be invested in their struggles. But when you come to these protests and you meet them face to face and become friends, you become closer than friends, you become family or whatever, then their problems become yours. You really feel for these people. And as you know, we all have a lot of problems, and that can be a lot to deal with.
And as we were both saying today, you're looking at two people who got through the Jehovah's Witnesses fairly easily. And we're still pretty messed up. But when I was at that protest, like, anybody who's watching this who's at the protest, there were people at the protest, you might be one of them if you're watching, and I consider them like apostate royalty. Like, I don't mean that in a stupid way, but I mean, like, if people see me, they think, oh, there's the guy who makes the YouTube channel, and maybe they read a book I wrote or something, or same with you. But there's people who I see and I meet, and I'm like, they've been doing this before the internet existed. You know, people made documentaries about what happened to them on like national TV, and they're still doing this.
Yeah.
So that's so, you know, so amazing to me. I'm stunned with those people. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, which kind of guts me. But you know, I planned this was going to be sort of the end of my I'd still keep the YouTube channel going and just talking about things I think are more important. But I was going to stop the apostatizing.
Well, I
don't know if I'm going to do that anymore.
I think I've learned a lesson about saying that I'm not doing the JW thing anymore, because I don't know, especially now that I've met you and Maggie and Stacy and
I love those guys.
So many other people that I'm so close with that are deeply invested in this issue. I don't know if it will completely be out of my life for a while.
No.
But like we talked about earlier,
Riken,
it's not going to be...
Jess and Tim, Jason,
Chris.
Louise.
Chris he's like...
David.
My new bestie.
Oh, he's cool.
But,
he's cool.
But the thing is, you know...
Chris would agree with you on my American history, by the way.
I know.
History buff, he knows all about it.
Oh,
that's exactly...
He took us around Arundel Castle, and he knows the entire history of every brick that was lit. I mean, it was unbelievable. I couldn't deal with it. Every room he gives us... Oh, he was...
I'm taking you to megalithic structures from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before you leave, you are seeing ancient history, baby. That's right.
Wait.
You are seeing druids at work tomorrow. Do we have... I don't even know if we had druids, but these are very old people.
I'm a druid.
You're not a druid. You're American. You know what the oldest history you have? Arrowheads. Musket balls. We have castles everywhere. I could trip on a castle tomorrow.
If I showed you my DNA, you'd be like, I have history.
If you showed me Elizabeth Warren's history, do you think DNA, do you think she'd be an Indian?
Anyways,
that's come over here. That's how pathetic that joke is. That joke has come to my country that she thinks she's an Indian because her paw had high cheekbones. Give me a break.
You know, we all think we're something, but I actually did my DNA. I'm mostly English, then Scandinavian, then Irish. That's it.
I've never done my DNA, although I think I had the nose until I got broke boxing. I had like a big old honker. My dad has it, and there's Jews on my mum's side and Jews on my dad's side. And I don't know if that makes me a Jew. I don't think it does, unless like if
it's on your mom's side,
it's matrilineal. I'm a Jew, baby. But not if you want to introduce like the concentration camps. In which case, according to several of my relatives, I'm a Nazi.
Where's your little hat? Your little burqa?
My yarmulke?
Your whatever.
Doesn't it? This is more Eastern Russian. I'm not.
You wear it well. You wear it well.
I wear it well.
Shalom.
What do you need?
Like a acidic Jew.
What am I singing?
Like an acidic Jew.
Like an acidic Jew? I wish I were a rich man.
You don't have to whisper, Tracy. You can just...
You called her Tracy?
Oh,
Linda.
Linda.
How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir?
So everyone knows that Trisha, and I made up another name. Tracy and Linda are interchangeable, and also Trisha.
Yes. Yes.
Guys...
It's been fun.
I've done a lot of weird things.
Have you enjoyed your trip to Northern Ireland? Your short trip?
I have loved every second of it. Every time I think this trip is over, it's extended by 3 days.
He'll be in Iceland tomorrow.
I'm hoping the plane had like emergency lands in somewhere very foreign.
Any ex-Jehovah's Witnesses in Iceland? Or the Faroe Islands?
Scandinavia. That's also my people. I need to see my Viking brothers.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Go to Sweden now. It's a lovely place. It's not the same as it used to be.
I'm thinking Norway or...
Norway? Yeah. You could visit Platt. Platt, if you're watching this, put some shoes on immediately.
Oh, that's... I know who that is. Yes, I met him. He's...
the shepherd.
Great. The shepherd.
Yes, the shepherd. He is literally a shepherd. We brought a shepherd.
Great way to put that.
To the ex-Jehovah's Witness Festival. That was brilliant. I'm going to do a protest.
He plays a mean harmonica.
Oh, he did. He was
harmonica.
He was playing harmonica Kingdom Melodies while we protested. That is genius. That man.
If that doesn't get their attention, nothing will.
Some people ignored us. What I thought was really cool though was, we were talking about this earlier. Do you know how if you're a guy growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, girls, you do not get this bit, but guys, we're taught to be kind of pussies. You know, you're not. There's not. It's not a very masculine religion. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, there's no boxing. There's no big sports. It's not. All that stuff's not allowed. You're not allowed to sort of be manly. You know, because you've got to be Christ-like in all things.
You're supposed to let robbers take whatever they want and just kind of lay on the floor.
So I never went for that. I never liked that. Yeah. But it's no, I forgot where I was going. But it was cool anyway. It was
something about masculinity and what you trust. So you tried to get it to be masculine in the world, right?
Oh yeah.
So you did your ninja stuff?
Yes, we did our ninja stuff. Yeah, well, I've mixed it up anyway. But we were talking about the protest. It was cool seeing Platt. It was cool seeing everybody. And it was nice. It was nice. I'm going to do a protest in Ireland, hopefully, next year. I'm thinking a barbecue. A one-day barbecue. People come down. You come over. We will feed you on a ferry. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be huge, but we're going to try to get a place near the assembly. Lots of placards. Lots of posters. Loads of fun. Not too much craziness, but we're going to have a big barbecue. Feed each other burgers. Just like stuff them in each other's mouths. Hot dogs. There's going to be an event in Melbourne.
Why are we stuffing them in each other's mouths?
I don't know. It's like 9.5 weeks.
Alright.
Butter will be next. Big stick of butter for you, mate. That's your cost for staying tonight.
I do like to get a bit greasy.
That's true. And then there's going to be an event in Melbourne. Is Melbourne? I know, I've had a few beers. Linda's on the other side of the camera laughing her ass off.
We've not been drinking at all. Yeah, there's one in Australia. Trisha Frangia is putting one on because she's...
Where's she doing it?
She's getting married in Australia.
That's hers?
She's getting married and she's moving to Australia.
I know she was going to Australia. I didn't know it was her doing it.
She's getting further and further away from me. I don't like it.
I'm going to miss her.
I don't like it. That's okay. She's flying me out there, I hope.
Is she?
I'm paying for it, but she's flying me out there and I can't wait to see her.
Are you coming home?
I might come home. I might end up in New Zealand. I might be running around like a hobbit for a couple weeks.
It's difficult to tell the difference.
I love New Zealand.
I think he looks more like an elf. Would you think an elf?
They're taking the Hobbits to Isengard. Yeah, that's
I think like if you were gonna pick either of us, right? Yeah, obviously he's got a fucking bow and arrow and he's shooting people 3 at a time. And what am I? What am I from the film franchise? Let's be honest. We all know the answer. I'm a dwarf.
Oh damn!
I've got a big hammer. I live in a dark mine of Moria. I am. I'm a dwarf.
All right, fine. You're a dwarf.
I don't want to be a dwarf. I want to be Aragorn. I want to be king.
You are the king to me, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
We're running out of time. We've got 45 seconds to go, and then I literally have no more phone memory. This has been fun.
The title of this video should be "The Great Apostate Just Got Greater" because he's with me.
That's right. That's right.
It's a long title. You can.
I'll shorten it down to just the Great Apostate.
You asshole.
Oh, it's crazy fun. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting Parker in his time of need.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see you again. We're going to keep doing this for a while yet. And we like you, and hopefully you like us. And the Fateful Slave and the Great Apostate will see you in the near future.
Bye.
Pushes the button and turns it off.